And we have our last Christmas in July game for Good Day Gulf Coast Studio. I think this is it for the
Christmas
season.
in July is over after this.
Boo.
Then we're waiting for real
I
Christmas.
know.
We're going to play some charades, though. The teams are Chelsea and I this time, and Jen and Lee. So Chelsea, we get 45 seconds each, y'all, to go through your thing.
So y'all are a team, and we're
so y'all move out of the way so I can get in position.
So we're trying to get through as many as we can. Danielle off between the cameras. We have 45 seconds. You ready?
Okay. You can tell her when to go?
Okay. One.
You go first. Choir singing carols?
Yes. Can I make noises?
No.
No.
Glitter, snowfall, TV, watching Hallmark Christmas movies, warm chestnuts roasting by the open fire, fireplace. Okay. Snowman, snow lady, Frosty the Snowman.
Yes.
Putting a crown on my head, dancing, mistletoe, Christmas tree, putting the star on the Christmas tree. Skiing. Walked with you once upon a dream. What?
That's impressive with heels.
Is it time?
Okay.
Okay. All right. It was ice skating.
Was it Yule log for the other one?
It was fireplace. He got it. Okay.
This was my favorite.
I know. I was shifting. Okay.
Okay.
Hanging ornaments. Hanging the garland. Putting ornaments on the tree. Taking ornaments down off the tree. Dog, socks. Oh, hanging stockings.
That was good.
Shooting star, Star of Bethlehem, NASA.
Pass.
Okay. What is that? Making s'mores? Breaking something? Christmas tree. Wrapping, putting presents under the tree.
10 seconds.
Sorry, yes.
10 seconds.
Snowball fight.
One time.
Okay. So how many did we get?
Count how many y'all
I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The pressure.
I think we
know.
got 6.
Hey now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Are you gonna act it out first, or am I gonna act it out first?
You can go first.
I'll go first. Okay.
Okay.
set, go.
That's a tough one.
Candy cane.
Ooh.
Angel.
What?
Oh.
3 words. I, face, man and woman. Mary and Joseph. 3 words. The Holy Spirit. I don't know. Joe.
You may want to skip
Pass.
this one, friend.
Reindeer. Rudolph. A child. Elf.
Wow.
Y'all
That's
are
really
doing
good.
good.
Mistletoe.
Boo.
Y'all stink.
Huh? 5 seconds. I don't even know this one.
I know.
Jack Frost.
What was the? What was the?
Three wise men.
Oh.
Pointing for wise men to me is not going to help your cause.
Not women.
I know.
Men.
Okay. You ready?
Oh wait. Am I?
Okay, it's your turn. I want to watch. I like
Okay.
to see what it is there.
All right. So we turn.
Don't mind us.
Okay.
Go.
Oh.
Candle.
Yeah. Ooh.
Soup. Hot chocolate.
Yes.
I like the noises.
Shake a snow globe.
Yes. Oh.
We so lost.
Nutcracker.
Yes.
Rings. 5 golden rings.
Yes.
Hey. Tree ornaments.
And a little.
Rockin' baby Joseph. Baby Joseph.
Make more noises.
What's the other baby? The baby. The Christmas baby. Baby Jesus.
Yes.
Y'all.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Good job.
We should do this more often. It's fun.
All right. Christmas in
Wow.
July.
I know.
We did it.
May she rest in peace, Christmas in July. Yeah, Monday, all this stuff will be taken down.
Well, if you haven't had enough fun already, coming up Wednesday is National Tequila Day.
Yeah, so we've got the perfect place to celebrate.
Hey.
Next on Studio 10, we're talking about drinks and brunch.
Welcome back, and there is still plenty more to come on Studio 10, but first let's go ahead and talk about what you can expect coming up on Fox 10 midday. Owners of a Baldwin County business are facing a federal indictment. According to investigators, the owners of Colt Grill Barbecue were illegally employing undocumented immigrants in both Alabama and Arizona. We'll have those details. Plus, the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo is kicking off today in Dauphin Island. We'll be bringing you an inside look at the event. These stories and more, plus continuing weather coverage. That's all coming up in our next hour on Fox 10 midday. Chelsea Joe.
There we go. See, I got one right here, and I know that this would pair well with the lemon goat cheese blueberry pancakes. If you have, amazing.
My wife comes in for that and has to have the lemon blueberry mimosa with that as well.
Don't let those go anywhere. It's great when you head on out there. That's what I recommend. Well, coming up, we're taking a look at today's top headline tech after the break. Plus, also, I'm going to be talking more about your forecast. We'll have more details on the gloomy start, but improving conditions for your Friday coming up after the break.
I can do that. Hey, shout out to Jen and Danielle.
Hey, there's Danielle. Her final day here at Fox 10. We love you, Danielle. Bye.
Mwah. Have a great weekend.
Heart thing.
Bit of a wet and soggy start to begin for this Friday, even tracking some of those storms pushing through downtown Mobile right now, making their way towards the eastern shore. Plus a look at your weekend forecast. A lot to break down. Those details are coming up.
And after weeks of controversy, President Trump has asked his AG to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. We have those details straight ahead.
Still more questions than answers as new information is released on the deadly Air India crash. In London, I'm Alex Hogan. I'll have more on this story coming up.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome into Fox 10 Midday on your Friday. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell.
And I'm meteorologist Jennifer Lambers.
Jen, we've officially made it to the weekend. It was a little bit of a hard start this morning because of the overcast skies, really gray out there. Are we seeing that the rest of the day?
Yeah, so we can anticipate more of the cloud cover. It'll stay looking a little gray and gloomy, not the prettiest.
Okay.
But the good news is that the rain chances, those will start to drop off heading into the rest of today. But we've been tracking that tropical disturbance over the last few days. It didn't materialize into anything because although we've mentioned the favorable environments out there, it's still stuck too close to land, and it was seeing some of those disruptions from that. But we are still soggy out there for today. Tracking some of those showers now, some of those storms beginning to really ramp up here at the Fox 10 News Studios. We're located closer towards I-65 and I-10. We just had some heavy rain move through. We just heard some rumbles of thunder right as soon as midday was beginning. So just make sure that you're driving carefully out there, but you might also be experiencing some of that as well. Seeing some of this heavy rain beginning to push into Washington County, just on the north side there of Citronelle, Jackson up towards Grove Hill. Also some of those moderate to heavy showers. State line beginning to experience some of that rain. Chatham, not quite seeing some of that rain yet, but that cell right there will lift your way if it continues to hold together. Here's that big bulk that I was mentioning closer towards downtown Mobile, but this is beginning to push further off towards the northeast. So the Eastern Shore, Spanish Fort, Daphne, Fairhope, get ready. You're just right there on that line for some of that heavy rain, some of that thunder, some of that lightning to begin moving in. So if you have anything outside that can't get wet, if your car windows are down, put them up, run outside real quick because you are about to experience some of that heavy rain that's just beginning to push further off towards the northeast. We will start to see some of those improving conditions closer towards Saraland, Satsuma, Pritchard, and downtown Mobile as this does push further away. Florida Panhandle still a little isolated, seeing some of that closer towards Milton and extending down closer towards Pensacola Beach. But here's the view over downtown Mobile. It is wet and it is soggy, so this is really some heavy rain beginning to fall from our Navigator Credit Union camera at the Battleship. You can't see much out there, and this just shows you how low that visibility gets in case you're out on the roadway. So imagine a silver or a white car out there. It's really hard to see in case you drive any of those. Really any car outside, double check your headlights are on. Mine does this. It doesn't turn on my headlights automatically when it's raining, so you might just have to double check, flip that to make sure that they are on. That way you're visible to other drivers. Temperatures out there
80, feeling still like 86 because it's muggy. Even once this rain moves through, it's going to be steamy out there. I mentioned the good news out there is that we will start to see improvements later on today. Your Friday night plans closer towards 5, 6, 7. That's when we really start to notice some of that rain coverage beginning to drop off. It looks better. Still going to be a little gray and gloomy, but it will start to dry out by that point, looking better for any of those late evening plans. But I'm going to talk more about your forecast, break down the timing for today's rain chances, track what's out there, and detail more on your weekend. That's coming up in just a little bit. Ashlyn.
Jen, thank you. Well, first in our headlines this morning, President Donald Trump says he has directed his Attorney General Pam Bondi to, quote, produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This follows weeks of controversy over the release of such records. Fox's Caroline Shively has the very latest from Washington.
The Jeffrey Epstein files could soon be public. Thursday night, President Trump directed Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce grand jury testimony on the disgraced financier, subject to court approval. But Friday morning, the president again questioned claims of a potential smoking gun following weeks of downplaying the case.
I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't.
Conspiracy theories have swirled around Epstein since he was found dead in his prison cell in 2019, awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Trump has been under pressure to release more information on the investigation from his far-right base and now from Congress.
We don't want to see pictures of children. We don't want their identification, anybody that was abused. But if the person is suspected of a crime, dadgummit, we ought to have that information.
But some Democrats want more. Congressman Dan Goldman posted, "Nice try, AG Pam Bondi. What about videos, photographs, and other recordings?" Other Dems have gone even further.
Essentially, this is a cover-up.
This follows a Wall Street Journal article that claims Trump was one of dozens of Epstein associates to write bawdy letters for his birthday in 2003. Trump's alleged letter contained the outline of a naked woman and referenced secrets. Trump vehemently denies writing the letter and is threatening to sue the Wall Street Journal, calling it a pile of garbage. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the White House revealed the president got a medical checkup after noticing swelling in his lower legs and was diagnosed with a vein condition called chronic venous insufficiency. Doctors say it's a common condition among older adults where the valves inside veins struggle to pump blood against gravity. Beyond swelling, symptoms can include achiness, legs that feel heavy or tingly, and varicose veins.
Certainly, as we grow older, you're more likely to develop the disease. Patients who are subjected to more what we call ambulatory venous hypertension, just more on their feet and putting pressure on those valves of the lower extremity, may also be at higher risk.
The valves in the veins are become a little bit incompetent. This is a man who does not put his feet up. He's on his feet from 5 a.m. every morning until midnight or 1 a.m. the following day.
Now, CVI can be treated with compression socks, elevating the legs, and exercise, and in more serious cases, a medical procedure. While President Trump's age is a risk factor, the White House's medical team ruled out more serious issues. Well, in global health, engulfed part of a popular resort town in Croatia, forcing tourists there to flee. The blaze erupted near a campsite on the Croatian island of Brač, where strong winds helped the fire spread quickly across acres of forest. No injuries were reported, but campsite and hotel guests were evacuated. And then a bell tolls once again in a Japanese cathedral, replacing the one destroyed by a U.S. atomic bomb. A Nagasaki cathedral has blessed the final piece to complete its restoration nearly 80 years after the bomb was dropped in Nagasaki on August 9, 1945. The bombing destroyed the cathedral building and one of its 2 bells. Now, the Archbishop of Nagasaki conducted the blessed event Thursday with more than 100 people on hand. A project led by American Catholics has successfully raised funds to replace the destroyed bell.
I think it's wonderful. It's hard to describe. I think it's beautiful, and the bell itself is more beautiful than I even imagined. Yeah, and that is the hope that the bell will be a symbol of unity, and that it'll bear the fruits of fostering hope and peace in a world where there's division and war and hurt.
The new bell, named the St. Kateri Bell of Hope, is scheduled to be hung inside the cathedral, filling the empty bell tower once more for the first time on August 9th, the anniversary of the bombing. Well, right now, the Israeli army continues to build a concrete wall along the border of Syria. Israeli security forces installed more concrete blocks at a fence area separating the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights from Syria. The border barriers come after hundreds of Druze crossed the border in both directions in the past few days due to escalating violence between government forces and Syria's Druze factions. The Israeli military says security forces overnight returned dozens of Druze citizens who'd crossed into Syria and several Syrians who entered Israel during that chaotic border unrest. Well, right now we're learning more about that deadly Air India crash that killed more than 250 people last month and who might have been responsible for shutting down the engines. Here's Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan.
The engine cut-off switches were selected to off only seconds after liftoff is absolutely bizarre.
New information from the deadly Air India crash last month is shifting the focus to the senior pilot. The flight took off on June 12th, but just seconds later it suddenly angled down and crashed, killing more than 250 people. Now, black box information reportedly shows it was the captain who allegedly turned off the switches that control the flow of fuel, essentially shutting down the engines.
If you had an engine failure, one of the actions in the non-normal checklist would be to recycle these switches. Unfortunately, the altitude was so low that the engines were only beginning to recover.
According to the report, the co-pilot was surprised at the move and then panicked as it became clear the plane was going down. India's Aircraft Investigation Bureau says it's too early to draw conclusions, and the pilot's colleagues are coming to his defense.
I would like to condemn such reports which are directly bearing an effect on the pilot's fraternity without any evidence.
It's also still not clear what exactly caused the initial power loss that prompted the engines to stall, but India's Civil Aviation Ministry is promising a thorough investigation and full transparency.
Justice has to be done. I know it is a very difficult time for the family members, but from our side, whatever best we can do from the ministry, we are trying to assist in that.
The investigating bureau is not expected to release the final report until next summer, earliest. In London, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
And turning now to our area, where the owners of a Baldwin County business are facing a sweeping federal indictment. Investigators say the owners of Colt Grill were running an undocumented labor ring in 2 states. Federal agents also raided 4 Colt Grill restaurants in Arizona on Tuesday. According to a 5-count federal indictment unsealed in Arizona, the owners, Robert and Brenda Clouston, created a cleaning company that operated as a staffing company for the restaurants. The feds allege 2 other people who were also indicted found illegal immigrants to work at the restaurants, paying them through the cleaning company with funds from Colt Grill. The indictment goes on to say the undocumented workers were paid below minimum wage and were not paid for overtime. Now, several illegal immigrants were arrested during the raids. Yesterday, the restaurant announced some 200 employees will now be laid off. And as we speak, U.S. Marshals are on the hunt for a man they say opened fire at the Daphne Walmart. Daphne police releasing this surveillance video that shows exactly what happened. Video with a clear picture of a man walking into the Daphne Walmart carrying a newborn. And Police Chief Brian Goldsby says he was also carrying a gun. When a Walmart employee asked him to cover it up or take it to his car, Chief Goldsby says the suspect, Jaquail Williams, got into a verbal argument with the employee, but went about and finished his shopping. When Williams went to leave, police say that's when tensions picked back up.
He had a second verbal altercation with 2 additional Walmart employees in the parking lot. Once they got in their car to leave, he leaned out the passenger side window and fired the pistol towards the building.
Now, this surveillance video does get a little bit grainy, but police say that's when Williams leaned out of his car, turned and fired one shot before he speeded off, all while people were inside the store and in the parking lot. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Chief Goldsby says store employees recognized and identified Williams right away, and now they're just hoping to find him and make an arrest. So if you see him, Daphne police want you to turn him in. Well, just a reminder, Fox 10 wants to see your child for our weather forecast in the mornings. How they can participate is all coming up. Plus, the world's largest deep sea fishing rodeo is underway in Dauphin Island. Stephen Moody was there bright and early this morning for the cannon blast. And Jen, the fishermen could be met with some rain today.
Absolutely. Still tracking some of those showers, those storms that are pushing through right now, but taking a live view outside. We're taking a look from Daphne here on the eastern shore. You can't even see the downtown skyline just because of some of that rain that's pushing over Mobile Bay. Make sure you're driving carefully out there. Take it easy, take it slow. Make sure your headlights are on. That way you're visible to other drivers. This rain will continue over the next few hours, finally clearing out just in time for Friday night plans. I'll break down more details coming up when we come back.
Welcome back in. You're watching Fox 10 Midday on your Friday, and it's officially time for the 92nd annual Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo. This is something we look forward to every single year, and it all started this morning with a ceremonial cannon blast to kick off the weekend. Fox 10's Stephen Moody has more on Dauphin Island as the anglers hit the water.
And with that, the 92nd annual Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo is officially underway. This after a year of anticipation and preparation.
We've been down here all week. I mean, before the kids' tournament, leading up to it from last weekend, getting everything ready, and being prepared for whatever may happen. It's it's July at Dauphin Island, so we'll just see what happens. But we're underway now. We had a good Liars contest last night, and we're looking forward to the rest of the weekend. We got the Molly Ringwalds playing tonight, so hopefully we'll have another big crowd for that, and weighing a lot of fish starting today.
It's the largest fishing tournament in the world, with over 3,000 anglers and over 75,000 people expected to attend this weekend. There will be over 30 categories to compete in and prizes for each one. At the end of the tournament, the award for Master new as well.
So we've got all of our categories back again. We got a couple of new things. We got a return them right, and snapper made it back in.
Ensuring that there's something for every spectator and competitor.
We got the crane lifting up the big fish. You got the new VIP deck area that you can watch everybody and see all the boats come in, and it's really exciting, especially on those Saturday and Sunday afternoons when all the big boats are coming in and bringing in the fish. So.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Stephen, thank you. On that note, Cedar Point Pier in Coden is now open for the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo this weekend. The pier will be open day and night until 7 o'clock Sunday evening. After the rodeo, Cedar Point will close it again until planned upgrades are completed, which we're told could take a few weeks. Now, there's no fee to fish at the Cedar Point Pier, and no fishing license is required for Alabama residents.
Taking another look at your forecast and a live view outside down on Pensacola Beach. And hey, take a look at that. Just on the other side of some of that seagrass there, what you can start to see, looks like a wedding might be taking place heading further on into this afternoon or this evening. Luckily, better conditions. So if the bride is out there, don't worry, it's going to be looking a little bit better by the time that we get further along into the rest of today. Seeing some of that sunshine out there, and temperatures down closer towards our coastal areas. They're resting in the upper 80s. It's just hot and it's just toasty. Those dew points upper 70s, so the feels like temperatures upper 90s and the triple digits out there. It's mainly going to be further inland that we're tracking some of those showers and those storms out there. Mainly starting to see a lot of that closer over Mobile Bay right now, beginning to push further inland. So pretty similar look to what we're tracking out there currently on our Futurecast model. So we make our way closer towards 1, 2 o'clock. That's when we start to see the majority of that rain coverage just beginning to push inland. The rain's not done yet. It still wants to bring in additional showers, especially just on the west side of Mobile Bay, closer towards 3, 4 o'clock. So we have that one last cell that really wants to push in here, especially closer towards Dauphin Island. So do be cautious for all of the deep sea fishermen out there as we do get further along into the rest of today, that we will start to see more of those. But here's the good news. After 6 o'clock, it turns quiet. All of that begins to fizzle out. We start to introduce more of those clear skies overnight. So Friday night plans, they're looking better. We really just have to get past 3, 4 o'clock. That's when we really start to see some of this beginning to push out of here and noting those improvements. Even after today, we're still going to be introducing those rain chances, but this is more of our summertime pattern with that 20 to 30% chance of rain for Monday and especially Tuesday. But there's always that trade-off. Once those rain chances go down, the temperatures go up. So today our rain chances are higher, our temperatures are lower. We're just starting to see some of those mid to upper 80s, a little warmer closer towards the Florida side, but these temperatures will continue to stay a little bit below average for what we should be seeing at this point in July. Luckily nowhere near that previous record of 99 set back in 1951. But feeling like it. It's humid out there. Dew point 78, 79. It's sticky. And so it has quite the gap between the air temperature and the feels like temperature. Really just starting to see some of those getting over 100 degrees, triple digits easily once again out there. Rip current risk, it is rough. We do have some rough surf out there. That'll stick around for today with that surf height closer towards 3 to 4 feet. By tomorrow and into Sunday, seeing some of those improvements. It drops down to moderate. It's looking a little bit better out there. And then some better news on top of that. Although we had that tropical disturbance that we were tracking over the past few days, now things are quiet with no new tropical development expected over the next 7 days. The Atlantic, the Caribbean, the Gulf waters quiet. We will continue to keep you updated right here on Fox 10 if anything changes. A reminder, we've had 3 named systems so far for this season. That one that we were tracking, it never became a named system, so we never had Dexter there. Here looking at the next 7 days locally, summertime pattern continues. Those temperatures tick up to begin next week, and then we start to introduce some more increased rain chances by the end of next week, really bumping up closer towards Thursday. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up in just a little bit. Ashlyn.
Thank you, Jen. Well, listen up, kiddos, now. Fox 10 will be holding open auditions today for our bus stop forecast. And it's all happening at Gallery Night in Pensacola tonight at 5 p.m. Kids from kindergarten through 5th grade can bring up to 4 outfits for each of the seasons. But a key reminder, if you want to be seen, don't wear green. The forecast will air throughout the year during Good Day Gulf Coast. On July 18th, 1821, General Andrew Jackson accepted the transfer of Spanish West Florida to the U.S., and then he began to establish Pensacola's government. He appointed a mayor, alderman, harbor master, and a resident physician. General Jackson also started the Pensacola Police Department by appointing a city constable to keep order within the city. So many cooking oils available, finding the right one can be tricky. So which one is the healthiest? We're breaking it down in your Health Minute. Thanks for watching Fox 10 Midday. Happy Friday. We'll be right back. Well, there's olive oil, seed oil, vegetable oil, and beef tallow, and all can be used to cook foods, but which one is the healthiest? In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to an expert about how to figure out the right cooking oil for you.
Animal fats and globs of butter. That's how food traditionally has been cooked over generations. That's until these methods were linked to heart disease.
I think that's what really prompted the desire and the need to find other ways of cooking foods.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says on top of that, there's some concern about seed oils like canola oil or grapeseed oil. Some health experts like the American Heart Association say there's no reason to avoid them, while others believe seed oils are overly processed and may promote inflammation.
And then when you cook these things, especially at high temperatures, you may be releasing other chemicals. So it's really that pro-inflammatory state that people are most concerned about.
But in a sea of different cooking oils, figuring out which is right for you can be hard. Gupta says it'll depend on your risks. For example, if you have heart disease in your family history, you'll want to limit saturated fat in your diet. And he says to do your homework.
With regard to seed oils, though, I think plant-based oils, some are going to be better than others. Olive oil and avocado oil are going to have a better track record, for example. But even if you're looking at some of the seed-based oils, specifically canola oil, probably going to be better than corn oil, for example.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, straight ahead, the American Heart Association says when shopping for healthy oils, choose those with less than 4 grams of saturated fat per tablespoon and no partially hydrogenated oils or trans fats. Well, coming up, why older Americans are delaying retirement. We have that story and more in your business headlines. Plus, Vanessa Pacheco is at the Eastern Shore Lanes. Find out what she's up to today. And very Vanessa, Jen, today might not be a bad day for bowling with some of the rain we're seeing.
That is exactly right. A good day to spend it inside, finding some ways to have fun. And hey, bowling, always a great option. Taking a live view outside, we are starting to see some improvements over downtown Mobile, but still a little soggy, still a little bit more of that rain beginning to fall out there, making for some slick conditions. We will start to see improvements later on today. I'll have more details on that coming up when we come back.
Well, we're kicking off the weekend, and if you're looking for some fun, we've got just the place for family-friendly excitement. Vanessa is at Eastern Shore Lanes checking out all of the attractions they have to offer.
Rain or shine, I am staying indoors today. I am here at Eastern Shore Lanes. I'm joined by Noah Graham. Okay, Noah, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of bowling here, but tell me about this space.
Absolutely, go ahead. So we are the premier family entertainment center for the Gulf Coast. We're more than just bowling. We are bowling, arcade, laser tag, restaurant, ropes course, you name it for family fun, and we have it.
Oh my gosh, you have a little bit of everything here. You think Eastern Shore Lanes and you think, oh, just bowling, but you offer a bit of attractions here. Now, you have a bit of things going on outside. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we definitely do. So we are expanding to include go-karts and mini golf to our attractions, and they should be open before the end of summer.
Go-karts and mini golf?
Absolutely.
Now, tell me about maybe a summer special that y'all have going on.
Absolutely, thank you for asking. So we have a summer pass on Tuesdays and Thursdays for $22 a person, 9 to 3, unlimited rotational bowling, 2 rounds of laser tag, and a $10 arcade card.
Not bad. Listen, I used to spend my summer times at a bowling alley, so this right here is so much fun for me. For anyone that wants more information, where can they go?
Yeah, so they can find us on Facebook at Eastern Shore Lanes, or they can check out our website at www.eslanes.com.
Okay, Noah, thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna get Lauren to kind of get these last shots for us. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Money shot. Oh, not bad, not bad. Noah, thank you so much. And of course, we're going to have all of this information on our website, fox10tv.com. Make sure you click on the Very Vanessa tab. We're going to continue this game because we got a ways to go, right?
We do.
What's the score here? Okay, I'm not going to say it out loud. No, I'm not going to.
Thank you.
Well, taking another look at your forecast and a live view outside in Fairhope, and just starting to see some nice conditions out there. A few folks getting out and enjoying it, especially after some of that construction has been completed there, but also noting it's soggy on the ground, not seeing any of those active showers and storms out there currently, but still gray and gloomy. Taking a look at what we're tracking out there currently, still just noting more of those showers and storms beginning to lift from the south towards the north, so really beginning to push further inland. Washington County, about half the county, just starting to see some of that rain extending from Chatham down towards Citronelle over towards McIntosh. Also seeing some of those showers and storms really active closer towards Mount Vernon, Stockton. You're seeing some of that rain pushing in, but likely hearing all of that thunder and lightning taking place just further towards the south. This has since pushed across Mobile Bay. Now it's making its way into Baldwin County, Stapleton, Malbus, Loxley, Robertsdale, Summerdale. Just a heads up, you're about to start to see some of this rain, but the good news, it's looking less organized. It was heavy rain, there was some thunder, there was some lightning as it was tracking over Mobile Bay, making its way along the eastern shore, but now we're starting to see that it's not looking as impressive at this time. Still pretty isolated on the Florida side, Chumuckla down towards Allentown, just some heavy showers, and noting some of that lightning out there too. But timing things out on our Futurecast,
Pretty similar look to what we're actively seeing out there. But we'll see more of these showers and storms continue to push further inland, noting a break in the coverage closer towards 1 and 2 o'clock. And after that, it really turns isolated. Still seeing some of those showers and storms beginning to push in by 3 and 4 o'clock. And then that'll be the trend heading into tonight by 5 and 6. Extremely isolated. So Friday night plans looking a lot better. We'll turn quiet really after 7 p.m. Still a little cloudy, gray and gloomy out there, but we will start to see all of those showers beginning to push out. Temperatures today going to be maxing out below average. We'll be seeing those mid to upper 80s, possibly some lower 90s. But look at the gap between the air temperature and the feels like temperatures. We go from the upper 80s to feeling well into the triple digits. We're running 16 degrees above the air temperature there. It is muggy. It is humid. It is sticky out there. Take breaks. Stay hydrated. Even if you see those upper 80s, just know it's still feeling warmer out there. And again, those heat indices over the next few days will continue to stay high. Really anticipating more of those 105s by Monday and Tuesday once the rain coverage goes down, but those temperatures go up. A live view outside down in Orange Beach. A lot more folks getting out there and enjoying it now that it's beginning to dry out. But look at how rough that surf is, how far offshore that those waves are breaking, noting single red flags across the board at all of our local beaches. Navarre, Pensacola Beach, Orange Beach, Dauphin Island, all has those single red flags, meaning the Gulf waters are open. But be careful out there. Again, make sure you always know the name of the beach you're located on, where the closest lifeguard stand is, and pay close attention to those beach flags. They can change throughout the day, but those winds will continue out of the south-southwest, closer towards 15 miles per hour, sustain that constant wind speed heading into this afternoon. So high rip current risk for today. Hopefully moderate by tomorrow and Sunday, and then dropping down to low just in time for Monday and Tuesday. Over the next 7 days, we will continue to see those rain chances go down, really continuing that summertime pattern. Temperatures go up, and then we'll increase our rain chances by the end of next week, especially moving into Wednesday and Thursday. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up in just a little bit. Ashlyn.
Jen, thank you. And speaking of the weather there, right now on the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, as we're all enjoying being outside in the summer sun, health officials are warning about the dangers of UV rays. Good Day Gulf Coast anchor Sarah Wall is taking a look at what the health impacts are and how you can protect your skin, eyes, and health from the dangers of ultraviolet radiation. Sarah's spotlight dangers from UV rays can be seen on the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, and you can watch Sarah's Spotlight every weekday starting at 9 a.m. In the meantime, Congress gives a win to Doge, why older Americans are delaying retirement, and Crayola wants your help. Fox Business correspondent Kelly Savory has those stories in today's Fox Business Briefs.
The House voting early Friday morning to pass a funding cut bill, giving Doge supporters a budget victory. The recessions package is among the first set of cuts made by Doge, taking back about $9 billion in funding. The cuts are aimed at the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which funds PBS and NPR programming, as well as the U.S. Agency for International Development. The measure cancels about $1.1 billion for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and about $8 billion for USAID.
We thought it was a waste of taxpayer funds, and we're taking care of business.
Meanwhile, older Americans are saying they are delaying retirement due to financial limitations. A new survey by financial services company F&G Annuities and Life finds that 23% of Americans over the age of 50 say they are facing retirement readiness questions. That number up from 14% last year. 44% of those surveyed say they are worried about inflation, and about 1/3 were concerned about downturns in the stock market. And just ahead of back-to-school season, Crayola launches their global color vote. For the first time, the iconic brand is calling on customers across the world to vote for their favorite Crayola colors to be part of an exclusive collection. This follows the brand's success with the limited retired color collection. Fans can vote for their favorite color from now through September 30th by going to Crayola.com/vote now. In Chicago, Kelly Saberi, Fox Business.
And a quick reminder for you now, you can save a little money on your back to school shopping. Alabama's sales tax holiday is happening today and lasts through midnight Sunday. The state is waiving its 4% sales tax on school-related supplies and clothes, and some tax-free items include uniforms, school supplies, books, tablets, laptops, and more. There are some limits, though, on the price. We have all of those details on our website, fox10tv.com. Well, speaking of the upcoming school year, Fox 10 is again committed to making sure all students have the supplies they need. That's why we're teaming up with 3 community partners to make that happen, including White Spunner Construction, Tobias & Comer Law Firm, and Sandy Sansing are all helping Fox 10 collect school supplies. We still need things like clear backpacks, notebooks, 3-ring binders, pens, and paper. The donations will benefit children in the care of Mobile and Baldwin County DHR, and we have a full list of those items needed and the drop-off sites on our website. Again, that's fox10tv.com. Operation Backpack runs through July 25th. Well, straight ahead, we celebrate fish eggs today. We'll tell you about that one. Plus, Subway and Happy Gilmore collab for a brand new meal and collectible cups. We have those details and more in your Midday Talkers. Jen and I will be right back. All right, if you haven't seen it yet, we'd be surprised. This next story has taken social media by storm, Jen.
Oh, so Coldplay's Chris Martin calls out a couple on the Kiss Cam, sparking allegations of a possible affair between the two.
Astronomers CEO Andy Byron is seen embracing the company's human resources chief Kristen Cabot on the Jumbotron at Wednesday night's concert in Foxborough.
Yeah, so when Byron and Cabot realized that they were caught on camera, they quickly tried to duck and hide their faces.
But it was too late, prompting Coldplay frontman Chris Martin to say, quote, either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. Obviously, information has come out now that they were having this affair. Truly can't escape these videos on social media right now. They're everywhere.
That's exactly right. I mean, this has taken social media by storm. The amount of memes that I have seen just this morning about it, it's all my social media pages. A lot of people saying they should have just played it cool. They should have just not done anything, but really it's just not doing it in the first place.
Reaction. Right.
Yeah.
You can take a lot of lessons from this for
Exactly.
sure. You know, there's obviously a humorous side for a lot of people, but we do know that this has probably impacted the family a lot.
Yeah, so thinking of their families during this time, and the Byron, he also put out a newsletter or a statement. Statement too. You can find that online. I think that added fuel to the fire.
For sure.
Yeah, so keep you updated on that one. Check it on social media. That is all the rage right now.
Well, on that note, Subway returns to the fairway with Happy Gilmore meal and collectible cups.
I'll just give it a week. This will be the big thing next week.
For sure.
When this comes out. So Subway guests can make any combo or meal of the day a Happy Gilmore meal for $1 more and receive one of the 4 limited edition collectible cups featuring fan favorite characters from the movie franchise.
So fun. Drawn by renowned Sports Illustrator, animator, and director Mickey Duzige. Hopefully I said that right. The 4 collectible cups celebrate Happy Gilmore, the legendary golfer himself, Shooter McGavin, Happy's PGA Tour rival and nemesis.
Hal L., the former Silver Acres orderly Oscar and Happy's new caddy and Happy Gilmore too. They all kind of went together.
They did.
So a lot of different characters there you can get these for.
And I didn't even know that Happy Gilmore 2 was coming out on Netflix on July 25th.
Yes.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, so it was a big announcement when it came out. I think especially since it's not going to movie theaters, it's going straight to streaming.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, so July 25th, next weekend.
So exciting. I was playing mini golf the other day and I was like, I feel like Happy Gilmore right now because I'm trash. So that's exciting. I'm definitely going to have to watch that and catch up a little bit.
And how fitting for Subway too. So something to check out.
Yep. Right, I love that. Well, calling all caviar lovers, today is a day to celebrate.
Because it is National Caviar Day.
Yeah, caviar, which is derived from sturgeon fish eggs, has become a luxury over the years.
But a scarcity from overharvesting has forced environmental restrictions to be put into place.
The sturgeon population has been very slow to recover.
So the National Day was created to raise awareness of the problem, but also to celebrate the delicacy itself.
Yeah, you can enjoy caviar on a blini or toast or however way you like it. For me, not at all. Do you like it?
I've never had it. So
Okay. Really?
Yeah, I've actually, surprisingly, in all of my food endeavors and travels, I've not tried it. I think that I would really want someone that's experienced to kind of show me what it's like. But I will say, on our honeymoon, we went to Norway, and they have a inexpensive version of caviar. It comes from a different fish, and they had it at every single breakfast that we went to.
Really?
Yeah, it was just this big tube. It was kind of like orange, and they had different colors you could put on, like toast and stuff.
Interesting. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people like it. I just can't get past the color. Look, the dark gray and black, the texture. The fact that it's an egg, I don't know, an egg, just so weird to me.
I know.
No can do.
But sometimes they put not exact caviar, but something similar to it on sushi. So I've had that. But
I don't think I had a good version when I tried it, and it ruined me for life. So there's that. Well, happy National Caviar Day if you celebrate. We'll be back with 3 to know before you go. But first, Jen, where are we taking a live look?
We are taking a live look outside down on Dauphin Island. Gray and gloomy, but hey, some peaks of sunshine out there. It is a big weekend on the island with the deep sea fishing rodeo. The forecast so important. Good news, rain clearing out right now. Improvements later on tonight. Looking better by the weekend, but I'll have more details on that coming up when we come back.
Listen to this. A team of underwater archaeologists looking for a shipwreck in a Wisconsin river found one. It just wasn't the one they happened to be looking for. Jeremy Roth has this story, and today's Take a Look at This.
Researchers got an unexpected surprise in a Wisconsin river when, while searching for one historic shipwreck, they found another one instead. Underwater archaeologists were using high-resolution sonar mapping tech to scan the bed of the Fox River in hopes of identifying potential cultural sites, including the remains of the Berlin City, a steamship that sank in 1870. As the scanner surveyed rocks and debris along the bed, suddenly a boxy hull came into view. However, its shape and size led researchers to believe it wasn't the Berlin, but instead the possible resting site of the long-lost L.W. Crane, a side-wheel steamer that caught fire in 1880. If confirmed, the location would contradict all previous records on the L.W. Crane's assumed resting place. Research into the discovery is ongoing, but the team shared their findings on social media, saying the fun of archaeology is sometimes you find things you weren't even looking for. Another unlikely and heroic discovery by a pilot in the remote Alaskan wilderness saw a lost dog reunited with its grateful owners. KTUU reports the couple was on a camping trip when they say their dog Coda got spooked, slipped his collar, and took off. They searched for days, but with no luck, later turning to social media to spread the word. That's where local pilot John Kagerer saw the news and said he felt a calling.
I just had a real feeling, I don't know, a gut feeling that I was going to find the dog.
And he was right. After a short flight scanning the area, he landed and found Coda almost immediately. Using some treats, Kagerer lured, then loaded Coda onto the plane, messaged his owners, and flew him back to Anchorage, where they were waiting with grateful open arms.
I can only imagine if he could tell us what he went through, what his story would be.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
And it's that time, 3 to know before you go on your Friday. The iconic sled from Orson Welles' classic film Citizen Kane has sold for a record amount at auction. This pine sled behind me, famously known as Rosebud, sold at Heritage Auctions for $14.75 million. That makes it the second most valuable piece of movie memorabilia ever sold, right behind the ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz for $32.5 million last year. And then it was firefighters to the rescue in South Carolina to help a wayward dolphin that got stuck in a shallow lagoon. Firefighters in Bluffton think the female bottlenose dolphin swam into the lagoon during heavy rains and then sadly got stuck. But crews used a tarp sling to get her out and carry her out to freedom in the May River, where she was released. Firefighters named the dolphin Lucky, fittingly. And finally, athletes will be flying through the air this weekend on Dauphin Street. The annual Dauphin Street Vault is going on tomorrow in downtown Mobile. Now, the block of Dauphin Street between Jackson and Joachim will host athletes of all ages and skill levels, including Olympians and professionals, as they compete in the annual vault. Now, the event continues to raise the bar for the sport of pole vaulting. It's an opportunity for athletes to compete in a fun environment while, of course, giving spectators a close-up view. It's all happening tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. You're invited to come out and cheer them on. Jen, I attended for the first time a couple years ago, and just always a wowing event on so many levels.
So much fun. And the good news is that the forecast shaping up, just expecting it to be a little hot and toasty out there. So let's take a final look at what we're tracking. This is going to be for today. Daytime highs, a little below average, but we'll be maxing out mid to upper 80s. A little warmer closer towards the Florida side, but look at the gap there, really just upper 80s. But then we're going to be feeling 16 degrees warmer easily into the triple digits. Stay hydrated, take breaks, find that AC. This rain coverage will continue to push further inland heading into today. We're going to go from a scattered look to more isolated by the early part of the afternoon. So I am not concerned for your Friday night plans. We will start to see a lot of this rain coverage beginning to get out of here, dropping off by 6 o'clock. Still looking a little gray and gloomy out there, like it could rain at any point, but we will start to be better. So in case you want your kids to be a part of the bus stop forecast, that's also taking place at Gallery Night tonight in Pensacola. Head on out there. Do not wear green. You want to be seen again. Don't wear green. Be cautious. Leaves, little designs, words on your shirt, those can't be green either. We'll have additional opportunities coming up in Mobile, Baldwin counties later on. But here's a look at what we're tracking over the next 10 days. But wishing everyone a happy and safe weekend out there.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching Fox 10 Midday. We'll see you all at 3 p.m. Enjoy your weekend.